Hello everyone and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today chan. Brooke's reboot, Steffy's ambitions and horror. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the upcoming 3 weeks, from June 9th to June 27th, a Steffy Forrester ambush appears to be about to end horribly, and Luna Nozawa must deal with the fallout from her deeds. Here are some things fans may anticipate from Brooke Logan's next romance revival. First, let's talk about Poppy Nozawa and her plans for the week of June 9th to 13th. Poppy will choose to visit her daughter and help her find a better path after realizing that Sheila Sharp is justified in being concerned about Luna's threats. Luna will have to face Poppy's warning back at her apartment after she catches up with Remy Price at the shooting range. Sadly, Luna refuses to listen and will make it plain that nobody will stop her from achieving her goals. However, once John Finnegan intensifies his rejection of her, it appears like Luna might even turn against him. Luna will continue to blame Steffy for everything that has gone wrong in her life because she will be furious. A frightened Poppy will meet with Finn and Lee Finnegan at the hospital to inform them that Steffy may be in imminent danger. According to other B&B rumors, Hope Logan will persuade Liam Spencer to tell people about his deadly diagnosis. Hope will encourage Liam to broaden the hidden circle and take on additional support because it is now quite limited. Don Diamond's character Bill Spencer will then confide with Lee about a troublesome issue. It appears that Bill will worry that he should have let Luna rot in prison because he shares Poppy's worries about her losing it. When Luna returns to the Cliff home, she will fulfill her pledge that she would return for Steffy. Luna will attack Steffy after slinking inside and get ready to kill her once and for all. At first, Steffy won't understand the seriousness of the situation, but she will undoubtedly have a decent notion when Luna draws the revolver she purchased. Steffy might go into panic mode and try to calm Luna down as a result. Who will be the unexpected hero in this scenario, which is ideal for one? Since Sheila has been so concerned about Steffy and could use some genuine atonement, she might be a viable option. Another choice is Liam, who lives close by at the guest home and might be able to help Steffy right away. In any event, someone might end up taking the bullet intended for Steffy. She'll discuss a significant shift she's making once she's back with Hope. Brooke will find this transition difficult because Hope and Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, will be moving in with Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, at the loft. Brooke will undoubtedly experience some loneliness now that Hope, Beth, and Ridge Forrester are no longer on the property. Nick Marone will make a comeback as the week of June 16th to 20th gets underway. Watch for Brooke's romantic relaunch as her ex-boyfriend will make a comeback for a story arc that will rock her world. Viewers will witness the fallout from all of Luna's Cliff home mayhem in the interim. Luna will undoubtedly have to deal with the fallout from her ex. The only question is what those fallout will be. Will Luna end up on the run, terrified of being discovered, or behind custody once more? If Luna's plot fails that horribly, may she potentially be facing death? It's possible that Liam will save Steffy and be hurried to the afterlife, but it's also plausible that Luna may die in a gunfight. If Sheila steps in, she might end up facing a startling hospital emergency. In any event, certain terrifying events will transpire, culminating this Luna plot in a breathtaking way. Ridge may have some concerns about his future with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, throughout the week of June 23rd to 27th. When Brooke and Nick get back together, it will undoubtedly cause envy and put Ridge in a difficult situation. As Brooke does some introspection, B&B will prepare the ground for Ridge's future pursuit of him. After all this Luna chaos, Steffy will finally have to pick herself up. Will Steffy and Finn's marriage suffer as a result of the trauma? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will be some significant events over the next 3 weeks, so check back for updates. Hope's crushing blow, Luna's key showdown, and the Forrester firestorm ignite. With Luna Nozawa's long-awaited confrontation with Steffy Forrester and the delivery of potentially life-altering news to Hope Logan at its center, the upcoming 2 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful promise an emotional crescendo, a collision of secrets, loyalties, and devastating revelations that will irrevocably change the landscape of Los Angeles. The tension, which has been carefully cultivated over weeks of Steffy's unrelenting, protective mistrust and Luna's crippling fear, finally erupts. Luna knows she can no longer avoid the inevitable because she is surrounded not only by Steffy's menacing presence but also by the unbearable weight of her own secret, the shocking reality that she had an affair with Steffy's brother-in-law, Zend Forrester Dominguez, the same night that Steffy and Finn celebrated their reunion. The encounter, which is hinted to as Luna's final meeting with Steffy, is more than simply a confession of infidelity. It's a last-ditch effort to stay in the Forrester family and a request for comprehension amid the chaos she believes she has caused. Operating with the ferocious, unwavering loyalty of a lioness defending her pride, Steffy approaches Luna with a steely resolve built in betrayal rather than just curiosity. She noticed Luna's unpredictable behavior, sensed RJ's change, and made the connections that led to Zend. Though RJ's sadness is significant, her main worries are the stability of her family, the sanctity of her parents' marriage, since Zend is close to Ridge and Brooke, and the possible ramifications that would destroy Forrester Creations as a whole. The air crackles with unsaid dread as Steffy faces Luna head-on, maybe in the large Forrester living room or the design studio. Under Steffy's severe inspection, a trembling Luna who has been pushed past the point of pretend is likely to collapse. The confession, halting, sorrowful, full of self-loathing and cries for forgiveness, will come out. It will include the unintentional mints, the drunken fog, and the brief slip-up that resulted in an unforgivable violation of RJ's unadulterated love and trust. Anticipate Steffy's initial reaction to be explosive, rage at Zend for his predatory behavior, as she perceives it, deep disappointment and heartache for RJ, and a cold, unforgiving contempt for Luna, whom she may perceive as either a willing participant who destroyed her brother's world or a victim who was duped by Zend. This is an explosion rather than merely a revelation. Steffy's fury will be severe and quick. Zend will be subjected to the full, unrestrained force of Steffy's censure while enjoying his new position at FC and possibly still harboring misplaced affections for Luna. She will insist on explanations, responsibility, and probably his immediate dismissal from any authority position close to Luna or RJ. Damage control becomes her first responsibility in order to protect RJ from the worst of the suffering and keep the entire family and business from being consumed by this scandal. She might make threats of disclosure, give ultimatums, or take dramatic action to isolate Zend and Luna. RJ, blissfully oblivious to the impending apocalypse, will grow more perplexed and wounded by Luna's disinterest and unpredictable actions. He will encounter walls of avoidance or emotional, cryptic apologies that just make his worries worse when he tries to connect with her and understand her obvious worry. It will be devastating when the reality hits him, whether it's through an angry Steffy presenting the harsh truths to shield him, a devastated Luna finally opening out to him directly, or the unavoidable, unsightly public outburst. The foundation of RJ's world, his love for Luna and his faith in their future, will crumble. His sense of self, his trust, and his position in his close-knit family are all in disarray. His response will be a crucial turning point. Would he turn inward, lash out at Zend and Luna, or, in defiance of all odds, try to find a way to make sense of the strange events of that fateful night? Poppy will be inconsolable as she watches her daughter spiral into complete sorrow and faces the possibility of her relationship with the powerful Forresters being ruined. Her first attempts to control the situation, perhaps telling Luna to be silent or to minimize the incident, will be ineffective in the face of Steffy's rage and the upcoming publicity. Poppy might have to confront Bill Spencer about his involvement in providing the mints or divulge her own secrets about them, which would complicate matters further and possibly lead to blame shifting in the already tense situation. Ever the practical person with a secret affection for Poppy, and maybe Luna, Bill might be reluctantly dragged into the conflict and use his position of authority and influence to either protect Poppy and Luna or to further muddy the waters by utilizing them to his benefit. At the same time, Hope Logan's delicate world is about to experience a seismic shock, the bad news mentioned in the spoilers, on a completely other but no less deadly front. Everything about Dr. John Finnegan and the persistent presence of Sheila Carter suggests this. Despite her recent independence and emphasis on her song Hope for the Future, Hope has unquestionably developed a close and profound relationship with Finn. Their relationship has grown into something meaningful and sincere since it was founded on respect for one another, shared emotional scars, Deacon/Hope's past with Thomas, Finn's Sheila tragedy, and an obvious attraction. Hope has found comfort and understanding in Finn's arms that she hasn't experienced in years, and she has been cautiously optimistic, even tentatively pleased. But Steffy's steadfast opposition to Sheila, their past, and their kids keep Finn bound to her. According to the teasers, Hope's bad news is the heartbreaking knowledge that Finn cannot or will not truly commit to a future with her as long as Steffy is an immovable object in his life, especially when it comes to Sheila. This realization could take many terrible forms. Torn between duty and guilt, Finn may ultimately admit that he must put his family first with Steffy in order to save Kelly and Hayes, so terminating their romantic dreams. Or, in a cruel turn of events, Sheila Carter, the master manipulator, might somehow orchestrate events or reveal information, perhaps exaggerating or fabricating Steffy's demands, that forces Finn into a public choice, leaving Hope humiliated and heartbroken. Steffy, fresh off the Luna/Zen scandal and hypervigilant about any threat to her family, might deliver the blow herself, coldly telling Hope that Finn belongs with her and the children, closing the door firmly on him. Hope will take the news like a punch to the gut. Finn stood for stability, kindness, and the possibility of a serious, healthy relationship after the turbulent roller coaster with Thomas, his manipulations, her guilt, the Liam pendulum. Hope will fall back into deep sadness after having finally allowed her heart to open again, only to have it shattered by events beyond her control, specifically, Steffy's righteous but uncompromising position on Sheila and Finn's ensuing immobility. It will seem to validate her worst fears, that she will always be let down in love, that her happiness will always be subordinated to the demands of others or the specters of former villains. Anticipate Hope to withdraw, her newly discovered self-assurance destroyed. In a moment of devastating vulnerability, she might push away her supportive mother Brooke, obsessively focus on her work, or even find herself pulled back into the orbit of Thomas Forrester, whose unwavering devotion, despite its problems, might seem like the only thing keeping her safe during her emotional storm. Ever vigilant, Thomas will surely take advantage of Hope's suffering to reaffirm his presence and his pledges of unwavering love, laying the groundwork for any future unrest. Hope's devastating defeat with Finn and the Luna/Steffy Zen/RJ implosion are two catastrophic storylines that are not occurring separately. Forrester creations will be affected by Luna's confession, which might cause divisions among the family, upset the design teams, and influence business choices. Being thrown into the center, Ridge and Brooke will have to deal with the destruction caused by their son RJ, Steffy's rage, Zen's position in the family, as Eric's other grandchild, and the scandal's effect on the company's image. While Ridge would probably struggle with Steffy's stern will and try to control the Zen issue, Brooke's natural reaction will be to console Hope in the midst of her own romantic destruction. Furthermore, Steffy will not tolerate any perceived threat to Finn or her family structure because she is currently dealing with the Luna/Zen bomb at full emotional capacity. Even if their relationship ends, Hope's engagement with Finn will only strengthen Steffy's protective tendencies and possibly increase her level of ruthlessness in handling the FC issue. Over the course of the following 2 weeks, characters will encounter the harsh repercussions of their decisions and situations, secrets will explode, and illusions will crumble. While Hope's tragic news is a personal earthquake that destroys her hopeful new beginning, Luna's showdown with Steffy is the spark that starts a wildfire in the Forrester family. Relationships are shattered, hearts are torn, trust is destroyed, and the bitter smoke of loss and treachery obscures everyone's future. With its promise of 2 weeks of incredibly dramatic and emotionally charged storytelling, The Bold and the Beautiful lives up to its name. The only thing that is certain is that nothing will ever be the same again. Luna's practice at the shooting range indicates dangerous plans for Steffy. Luna Nozawa's practice at the shooting range indicates that she intends to kill Steffy on BNB. Will Liam's health permit him to save his ex when Remy finds her brandishing a gun? Luna's crosshairs target practice, is Steffy real? Every BNB fan's greatest dread came true when Remy entered the shooting range and spotted Luna Nozawa loading ammunition. Furthermore, we are not referring to symbolic bullets here. We are discussing actual ones. The deadly sort. Here's a picture that will make you clench your pearls. Steffy's meddling isn't being well received by Luna, the daughter who recently found out that Finn Finnegan is her biological father. No. At everything. Luna was doing something far more sinister, practicing her aim at a nearby gun range, while Poppy was frantically meeting with Lee and Finn to warn them that her daughter is coming unglued, her exact words. When addiction becomes lethal. Such we know from the surprising teaser is that Luna has been given unexpected freedom, such a cool word choice, and she's taking full advantage of it. But our girl decided for target practice instead of therapy, meditation, or really anything else. It couldn't be worse timed. Liam Spencer, the same Liam who has been taking medicines like sweets to treat his severe illness, is already acting like a hero. He's essentially pleading with Finn to figure out how to keep Steffy safe. And truthfully, I believe Liam's intuition is correct after witnessing Luna brandishing that firearm. There is no paranoia here. This is an impending 5-alarm fire. A too familiar family pattern. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the elephant the size of Sheila Carter. Because if you have watched B&B for more than 5 minutes, you are aware that Steffy has been the target of deranged women in the past. Luna after Finn's other troublesome biomom, Sheila? It seems as though the cosmos is out to see how many insane relatives Finn can have before Steffy departs to Paris for good. However, this is where things get extremely twisted. The scene at the shooting range that transforms everything. Imagine Luna at the range, resolute and concentrated, squeezing off shots as if she were getting ready for battle. Then Remy enters. The guy who can't seem to avoid controversy no matter how hard he tries, poor, innocent Remy. How does he appear when he sees Luna brandishing that weapon? Shock. Will Remy now speak with reason? Before it's too late, will he notify someone? Or will he end up as just another victim of Luna's decline into evil? Because, let's face it, it's rarely successful in soap opera land to try to reason with someone at a gun range. Liam's time-based race. Meanwhile, this nightmare is made much more urgent by Liam's health issue. Are the medicines he's taking? People, they're not vitamins. Attempting to save his ex-wife from a bullet bearing her name, our former waffler-turned-hero is actually battling his own body. Whether Liam's body will survive long enough for him to play rescuer is the question that keeps me up at night. Or are we about to see a double tragedy in which Liam gives his life to protect Steffy from Luna's fury? As Luna pulls the trigger, I can already see Liam flinging himself in front of Steffy. The ultimate solution to all the years of women scheming. Horrible? Indeed. Gold soap? Of course. What takes place next? A confrontation that would completely upend the Forrester and Finnegan families is hinted to in spoilers. With Steffy unaware of the danger, Luna armed and dangerous, and Liam racing on borrowed time, we're in for a thrilling battle that will leave nobody unharmed. Will Remy be able to prevent Luna from acting on her lethal impulses? Will Poppy's fervent request to Lee and Finn be successful? Or is the most horrifying act of violence B&B has witnessed in years going to happen? There is little doubt that someone will be shot when a soap character begins practicing at a shooting range. Who, when, and whether they will survive are the only questions. So, soap enthusiasts, fasten your belts. Things are going to get bloody on this ride. Luna is deteriorating. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna used to be lively and crazy, but it appears that she has quickly declined. Luna has made it apparent that she wants Steffy to leave the show permanently on the most recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna is deteriorating. This is due to the fact that Steffy is the only one preventing her from having the family she has never known, which includes her biological father Finn. What then should a girl like Luna do in this circumstance? You can be sure that she will attempt to murder the stunning brunette again if she hasn't already. Additionally, other admirers have simply moved on. It feels like the same plot is being repeated repeatedly. Viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful had a lot to say about the issue on social media, as our followers can guess. What will happen to Luna next? Why pardon her and then make her kill her again, is one comment made by several. If we can keep the actress on the show, I would prefer a redemption tale. If not, why forgive her? That bothers me. I'm still baffled as to why they had to go ahead and make her Finn's daughter in order to give us 10 years of flashbacks to all of her crimes. I don't either, and now Poppy is a jerk and takes no responsibility as the closest person in her whole life, remarked another show fan. It only demonstrates that she has not gained any knowledge. She remains insane. And for releasing her, Bill is much more despised. Additionally, there was the following comment: the authors overuse what ought to be used sparingly. Luna has completely lost any mystery she may have had. We should occasionally at least question whether she is being sincere. Sheila is a little vulnerable, Luna 0. Luna's hit list expands. Is Deacon Sharp at risk? Nobody is safe on The Bold and the Beautiful this week. Luna Nozawa is honing her aim at the range after obtaining a firearm. The list of those who have disdained her keeps becoming longer. Does Sean Cannon's character Deacon Sharp need to hire security? For all the information about what will happen on Bold and the Beautiful next week, continue reading. Luna is repeatedly shut down. Last week, Luna Nozawa endured a lot on the CBS soap opera. Initially, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, was sent packing by her father, Dr. Finn. She was then told to leave town by her grandma, Sheila Carter, who refused to accompany her on a murderous rampage. Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, then asserted his authority over his fictitious daughter on Bold and the Beautiful. Dollar Bill appears to be over her antics rather than pitying her and giving in to her demands. To make matters worse, when Luna attempted to speak with Deacon Sharp, her grandmother's husband, he made it abundantly evident that he would never, ever accept her. Viewers of B&B are aware that Sheila has made it quite apparent that Deacon cannot learn of her meetings with Luna since she knows he will eventually divorce her over her grandchild. At his restaurant, Luna killed 2 of his closest pals. Even if she is his wife's biological daughter, it would be a miracle for him to ever forgive her. Deacon is on the list of targets. People who don't want Luna in their lives commit themselves as a result. She is still attempting to kill Steffy Forrester in order to get close to her father. It seems sense that she would attempt to kill Deacon Sharp in order to get close to her grandma. Should Deacon be sleeping with one eye open, in your opinion? Will Luna target Deacon Sharp if she is unable to reach Steffy?